You are an entrepreneur, or you want to be. Finding success is not easy. That's why you want to listen to and take advice from someone who's been there. This is the #Attitudeshield podcast. No more hype, no more BS, no blah, blah, blah. We get right to it. To the point guidance on how to change the way you think and grab the life you've always wanted. This is the #Attitudeshield podcast. And now your host, a true serial entrepreneur, having owned bars, car lots, restaurants, marketing companies. He's done it all. Here's your host, David L. Parker.
Hey, welcome to #Attitudeshield. I am David L. Parker. I am your serial entrepreneur coach, your mental attitude coach, and I'm enjoying a cup of coffee. I've been watching and seeing a lot of things lately about the entrepreneurial spirit, about the way people do things, about the way people see things, about the way you can make yourself grow. And I found it interesting. You know, it seems like our phones are listening. Maybe that's paranoid. I don't know. Seems like Facebook knows everything. And we all know there's an algorithm and they track every little thing that there is to track. I mean, it's like nonstop track, right? Well, I've been thinking a lot about that. I also notice on Facebook all of a sudden, if you will, not that I spend much time there, but if I'm looking at something, it starts showing up. So I noticed this podcast called The Side Hustle or something has been like bombarding the internet with a show. And I'm sure it's a great show and it's fantastic. But I wanted to talk about where the spark, where the entrepreneur mindset comes from, what it takes to really be an entrepreneur, what it really takes to be thinking about something, to be thinking about it enough that it drives you to where you're going, not just some conversation. And the first place I want to start with you, believe it or not, and I'm just adjusting a note, is on the word focus. Focus to me has always been an acronym, which would be follow one's course until successful. Follow one's course until successful. Well, that's a simple thing to say, right? It's really is not a hard thing to say. It's a very simple thing to say. But what is your course? How do you find out? How do you nurture the entrepreneurial spirit when you have a job that's sucking the life out of you? I mean, last night I'm hanging out at the bar that I run, and this guy's asking me about PTO, paid time off, because he's telling me about his wife who works for a county and how it worked. Then he was telling me about what it was like to be in the aviation world and how they gave you paid time off. But for you to take it, you had to have somebody cover your shift. But when somebody covered your shift, well, then you owed them a shift. So you never really got paid time off, but it was this perk that they sold. And I'm listening to him and we're talking about it. And he asked me, well, what do you think the solution is? I said, the solution has always been the same, always will be the same, and never will stop. That solution is very simple. Be in business for yourself. Look, as long as you have a job, as long as you work for another person, as long as you fight the entrepreneurial spark, the entrepreneurial spirit, that which is going to drive you to something, the longer you have to put up with jobs just over broke. Now, I'm not telling you that adopting an entrepreneurial spirit tomorrow is going to set you free in 15 seconds. I didn't say that. I don't make you some bull pie in the sky promise that you can metamorph yourself into a Hostess Twinkie by talking about it. I'm saying you can get there. Now, how do you start getting there? Well, you got to find something that really excites you. You got to find something. I got a little bit of itch on the old nose today. You got to find something that intrigues you, something that turns you on. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there say, don't follow your passions. Passions don't make you any money. But they're telling you that while they're following their passions. What? Anywho, you have to figure out what turns you on. You have to find something out there, whatever it is. I mean, majority of the time when I talk to doctors, the reason they became doctors is because medicine turned them on. The reason they went through all that schooling and worked all that time to go ahead and help me and you is because it turned them on. But how'd they get there? They found a spark. See, the entrepreneurial spark isn't just for those of us who want to be independent business owners. It's a spark that drives you to do something better than people. The spark will increase your confidence. Gather knowledge, gather information about what it is that turns you on. Figure out something that you love, something that makes you go, that would be fun, that would be cool. And then figure out if there's a need in the market, if there's something there that you can fix. The number one thing is you have to be a solution-minded person. As you discover what it is that turns you on, you will figure out how to move forward. You will figure out how to drive forward. You will figure out how to make things happen because you will increase in confidence. While you're working on your confidence, you need to be working on your networking and your contacts in whatever form, fashion you're doing that. See, right now I'm working on a business adventure. And you've probably heard the old comment, low-hanging fruit. Well, I think the market that I'm working in, the solution that I'm bringing to the market is literally picking up the fully ripened fruit that was passed over by the other people in the market. And it's basically fallen into baskets, right? It's fallen into place. It's almost like walking along and picking up a perfect piece of fruit off the ground. That's how open this market is. But I've been getting there because I've been getting a better understanding of the industry, a better understanding of the structure, a better understanding of how the competition presents itself, a better understanding of the business and growth concepts in the market that has sparked my interest, that entrepreneurial spark inside the realm of what I'm driving towards now. As the intro tells you, I've been doing different businesses for many years, all the way back to, and hey, I'll admit it, all the way back to had to be before 90, maybe 1989, 1990, when I was introduced to the Amway business model. Now, before that, I didn't really know anything about business. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you Amway is the business. I'm telling you that it sparked that drive. It sparked that desire to grow, to become more than just a job. It sparked ambition. It sparked growth. It sparked what I call the increase of self. The entrepreneurial spark increase of self. Now, it doesn't matter if you're self-employed, or it doesn't matter if you're part of my executive 3 team building systems. It's all about building together, building something. You could be in a business, have a job that's actually a good job with a good career, and working to build a team. And that, by the way, there's a trick to it. It's called 3. That's the most I'm going to give you on that one. 3 is a prime number. When you're working with 2 other people, you can fly faster. Anyway, these sparks, that business model way back then gave me my first ambition. It drove me to understand for the first time how business worked. Now, one of the things I figured out that if I wanted to solve my problem, that solving anything is a team effort. Now, there's plenty of people who started their business. Jeff Bezos in his garage started Amazon. Some other people have started some amazing businesses by themselves, on their knees, doing whatever it is they had to do to drive an amazing business. But solving market industry problems, solving and feeding that entrepreneurial spark takes team effort. It absolutely does. I work with the guy who has 3 or 4 other partners, and it's amazing what they can pull off. Now, they are not what I would have expected to find business partners. Their personalities are so far apart. It's almost like together, two of them make like one quasi person. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. But the entrepreneurial spark is fed. The entrepreneurial spirit is fed by the partners. Now, I also love to tell you that a partnership is the only ship that never sails. But the way you get around that, the way you understand that is you have to have what's called OR, organizational area of responsibility. We'll get into that on some other training. But what that is you have to know exactly what it is your responsibility. But you have to find something that turns you on. You have to find something that'll drive you in a direction that you could see yourself putting in the energy and the focus to be that entrepreneur. And you have to do that by exploring new horizons. Look around, what's available. You know, I tell people wherever you're sitting, like right now, I'm sitting in my office. What's around me? Well, the closest thing around me is forest. All right. Is there an opportunity in the forest? Not really interested in being a lumberjack, not really interested in the timber business. Okay. Is there a way to remodel homes in my area? All right. Doesn't really turn me on. I enjoy it. I got a couple of projects in my house, but I couldn't see myself. There's no spark in my mind that says, let's get up today and go fix Betty and Fred's kitchen. So what else is near me? There's a golf course. Maybe running a golf course is something. Maybe I can figure out how to build a team on a golf course. And I just keep on expanding that horizon, looking around me. What's available? And then what's missing? Interesting. What's missing? Listen, there are 3 C's in your life that go together with understanding the entrepreneurial spark, with understanding the entrepreneurial mindset. And the 3 C's in life are simple. Their change, their chance, and their choice. Or their chance and their choice and their change. It doesn't matter. The thing about it is you must make a choice. You must make a choice to take a chance if you want anything in your life to change. If you're running a company and it's stalled and it's not growing the way you want to, it's because you haven't made the choice to take a chance on making a change. Just talking yesterday to a guy who's finishing up his MBA. And I said, I think the kiss of death in business is when I hear people say to me, well, that's the way we've always done it. Okay. Just because that's the way you've always done it doesn't make it the right way. It just makes it the way you've always done it. Well, I've always just gone to work. Okay. And how's that working out for you? If it's just always the way you've done something, but it's not giving you the result that you're looking for, don't you think it's time to make a choice to take a chance to change that? What's the difference between making $5,000 a month and $5,000 a week? The choice to take the chance to make a change. What's the difference between $5,000 a month and $20,000 a month? The choice to take a chance to make a change by looking at the horizons and exploring opportunities that you can bring a solution to a problem to a market. Listen, your mind is a magnet. This thing in our head is the most complex machine in the universe. You and I both have our own. Now, your mind is a magnet. If you think of something, you attract it. Man, my life sucks. It's so bad. It's so terrible. Yep, you're right. My life is fantastic. I love getting up. I have a great wife, great kids, great job, great career, great. Even when it's not, it's better than the person who says their life sucks. You know what I'm saying? If you think of problems, that's right, you get problems. You cultivate good thoughts and work hard to remain positive by learning what to say to yourself, learning what you say to you, the energies you bring into you. Remain positive and optimistic. You get what you think. I have been thinking about remodeling my kitchen with my wife for a year. It started. The situations arose, things changed, and it's started. I've been looking at getting into the digital marketing world. For 3 years, I've been researching and learning. Even took a shot at it. Didn't work out, took another shot at it. COVID came along and showed me that I was on the right track, but didn't have all the pieces. Now, for Black Hills Digital Solutions, we've put all the pieces together and it's moving forward. But it's because my mind attracted the solutions. My mind attracted and put me in the right positions. My mind is what brought it together. I used the 3 C's. I made a choice to take a chance on change and open up a digital marketing company. I've learned to increase the confidence I have in what I'm doing, increase my networking. I'm meeting more and more people in the market, increasing the contacts. And of course, I love to talk to people. I'm building a community. The Entrepreneurial Spark needs a community because a community for the entrepreneur is the greatest superpower. And don't forget, we got to stay focused on where we're going. Focus, remember, is an acronym. Do we remember the acronym? Do you remember it? Follow one's course until successful. Follow one's course until successful. Now, I want to talk to you about the mindset of the entrepreneur just for a little bit here, because I just want to pull up this note right here. I think you need to learn a few quick things real quick. To the road to success, to turn this machine in your skull, this amazing complex machine, has a bunch of I words. I do something. There's no I in entrepreneur, but the entrepreneur drives the I in win. But there's an I in mindset. Not that that matters. Okay. Now you need to start off with I focus, focus, focus. I focus some more. Follow one's course until successful. And then focus some more. Learn to pivot, but focus. Focus, 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 focus. Say these things to yourself. I love to collaborate. I love it. Community is a superpower. I am aware and always on. So you're always looking, you're always thinking, you're always absorbing information, right? I am constantly curious. Always seeking that, seeking. I engage with people who may become my customer, who may lead me to a customer. I'm consistently selling and pitching. I have a learned work ethic. It wasn't born with it. I didn't wake up one day and go, you know what? I will outwork everybody. You know what? I will get up at 4:45 in the morning. I will take a shower. I will pick up the latest book that I'm reading. I will read it. I will do some research, and then I will record a podcast. And then I go on with my day. No, I had to learn that. How did I learn that? Because I learned I value mentorship. I value a mentor. I value working with mentors because they teach me things. Listen, you never want to be the smartest or richest person in the room. If you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get out of that room because you got nothing to learn. And if you're the wealthiest person in the room, you got to get out of that room because you have nothing to earn, right? I'm always opportunity hungry. Always opportunity hungry. This is the mindset. This is the I in my mind. These are the things I'm speaking to myself, right? I know my numbers. What does that mean? When I say to myself, I know my numbers, what am I saying? I know what it means to be free for me. I know how much money I need to make. I know what my family needs. And I reimagine where I'm going daily. I'm always self-aware. Always self-aware. I am humbly confident. People are like, how can you be humbly confident and have a podcast? What? Because I'm talking to a mic and talking to you. That doesn't mean I can't be confident. I take action always. General Patton said it way back in World War II, in the absence of orders, attack. Well, I say, in the absence of things that you're already doing, take action. Do something. Do something. Remember, the buck stops with you. The buck stops with me. If I don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. Get uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Say, I'm uncomfortably comfortable with being uncomfortable. Wait, what? What? What did you just say? Let outcome rule your day. Let results rule the grading of the day. Every day, when you finally had enough, when you finally kick back, when you lean back, you turn your mic, you stare up at your ceiling in your office or in your front room, turn off the TV, which I don't know why it's on. You put down the book. You know, I was just telling somebody yesterday, when I go and meet new people, one of the first things I do is I look around for their books. If I was seeing your books, I get a little worried. Some of the most successful people in the world read all the time. If you're not feeding your brain, social media is. That ain't good. At the end of the day, do you ever grade your day? I do. A through F, 1 through 5. 5 being the great day, F being a bad day. 1 through 5, A through F, however you want to do it. And you say to yourself, what was today? If I was employing me to do what I did today, would I get a raise or a pink slip? Would I get an attaboy or a get out of town? Would I be able to come back to work tomorrow with the efforts I put in today? Did I take action? Did I wake up ready to communicate? So I'm always entertained by the coffee memes. I'm always entertained by people who like, don't talk to me until I get my coffee. That's because you're telling yourself that. When you say, don't talk to me to get my coffee, you're making that happen. How about wake up ready to communicate? Wake up ready to have a conversation. Wake up ready to win. Wake up ready to go. How you wake up is the beginning of everything. Imagine you're building a team, a successful team of executives in your company, but you're a grumpy dork who can't communicate till 10 o'clock, but you get to work at 8 in the morning. That's 2 hours of dead time, plus all the time before that. Let the entrepreneurial spark become an entrepreneurial flame and change things. Did I say don't have a job? Hi, my name's David L. Parker, and I have a job. Why? Because that's one income stream. To build a life you want to build, you want to have multiple income streams. So if you lose one, you still have something. Grade yourself every day. Where are you going? How are you getting there? What are you doing to change things? Where are you going? How do you make things better? And I promise you, life will become something that will surprise you, shock you, and delight you. See you soon.
You've been listening to the #Attitudeshield podcast. David L. Parker is a serial entrepreneur. Having owned bars, car lots, restaurants, marketing companies, he's already gone through the ups and downs. And his passion is to point guidance on how to change the way you think to live the life you've always wanted. We pride ourselves on information you can use between 20 and 30 minutes. We'll be back soon. David is an active and inspiring speaker. Reach out now to book him. Hit the website at attitudeshield.com or email to attitudeshieldmentor@gmail.com. See you next time on the #Attitudeshield podcast.